Hello and welcome to my Pokemon toy collection video. First up we have Moncolle-EX series by Tomy. Now in my opinion this is the best series of Pokemon figures out there. Not only are the figures really highly detailed, but their paintwork is absolutely immaculate, and as long as you're not too fussed about the scale of the Pokemon or points of articulation in the figures, then these are the toys to pick up. Now this series comes in 3 different sizes. We have the smallest G.E.M size, which are 1 to 2 inch figures, and then we have a medium size ESP series, which are the 3 to 4 inch figures, and then you have this EHP size, which is for the 4+ inch figures. Now like I said, these are the best representation of Pokemon figures out there, so definitely pick these up if you're not into scale. Moncolle also released an EZW series, which is basically 6 figures that are in the middle of a Z attack. So there's a couple of Pikachus, a Raichu, and the Alolan starters as well. So you can see here there's the 10,000 Gigavolt Pikachu attack. Moncolle have also released Pokeballs. So the cool thing about these is you can actually put the small 1 to 2 inch figures inside them and they all fit perfectly. Here's a couple of box sets that I picked up, including Ash's Pikachu set, which has different Pikachus with different hats that Ash has worn in the anime. And then there's the Ash vs Gladion set as well. Moncolle also released 6 volumes of starter Pokemon, so each volume represents a different generation of Pokemon. I hope they release volume 7, which would be the generation we're currently on, and so the starter Pokemon would be from the Alola region. Now one of the cool things that Moncolle does is it also releases accessories that go with the actual figures themselves. So this is a crane game that they released, which is a really cool accessory where you can put the figures inside the machine and then try to pick them out. So I can't wait to review this. It looks really cool. Now the Moncolle series has gone on for a long time, and I've only just recently picked up the EX series, but before that they had a whole bunch of series, and this is 2 of the older sets that I've picked up. Moving on, we have the Pop and Step figures. Now apparently these figures, when you play some music, will do a coordinated dance based on what music you play, so we'll see how that works when I get to review them. Now we have the Moncolle-EX series of figures. I think there was 14 or 16 volumes of these, and I have a box for each volume that I'll be going through. Now these Moncolle-EX figures also came with their own accessories, including this Pokemon Lab and a talking Pokeball as well. The Get series also came with this, which is a miniature Gashapon machine. So you can put the Get figures inside some Pokeballs and then use coins to release a Pokeball with a certain figure inside. It'll go along nicely with the crane machine. Now for me, this is the best series of Pokemon toys out there right now. It is the G.E.M series by Mega House. Now the thing I love about these figures is they are producing the characters from the anime, and I'm more of an anime fan than the games. So for me, this is the series that I love the most, especially as they have my favourite Pokemon figure out there, which is the Jessie and Wobbuffet figure. I'm a huge Team Rocket fan, so anything with Team Rocket I absolutely love. So definitely be picking up the G.E.M series of figures. Now these figures do not have any articulation to them, they're just basically there for display only. I also picked up a couple of Nendoroids. We have Ash here as well as Lilia. This is the limited edition version of Lilia. I've also got the recent Team Rocket Giovanni and Mewtwo Nendoroid as well. So I can't wait to review those. Now here we have the Kotobukiya Artifacts J models. Now, I'm not a big fan of these because they're a bit big, but I picked up this red figure just for the Pikachu itself, which looks absolutely amazing. Moving on to articulated figures, these are the SH Figuarts figures by Bandai. Again, I probably only picked these up because they feature Team Rocket. Again, Team Rocket being my favourite characters in the series. Moving on to Tomy US figures. I only recently started picking these up within the last year or so. So I have a really mixed bunch of Tomy figures. I haven't really completed any of the sets or anything. Here are a few box sets that I picked up and I'll be reviewing these. I think some of these are exactly the same as the Moncolle series of figures, but please let me know in the comments because I'm not entirely sure if it's the same company that's making them. I mean, they look exactly the same. So here we have the gallery figures from the US Pokemon Center. These are the first 8 figures that they released, and they all look pretty cool. Can't wait to get into these to review them. Here are the Pikachu amiibos, which I've already done a review video on, and I'll link that video in the iCard above. As well as we have 16 Pokemon toys that were released with Happy Meal toys in the UK a few months back. So these are those 16 toys. Moving on to miniature candy toys from Japan. This is known as the Get Collection figures. I've been picking these up. They come out every couple of months and they come in a really tiny Pokeball. And here are some random Gashapon sets that I've picked up. So you can see here I've got a couple of the Terrarium collections by Rement, as well as a Pikachu edition 2DS XL and some squishy figures there as well. Now here in the UK we have an official Pokemon magazine, and they've released about 17 volumes so far, so I'll be going through and reviewing each one of those magazines. And we have a random encyclopedia as well. I'm not the biggest Plush fan, but I did pick up some of these Sunny Bouquet Plush. This is from their All-Star collection, and I've mostly picked up the small size. I really only picked the Pokemon that I like. Especially this Mewtwo. Other than that, I've also picked up some of these keychain plush from Sunny. They're smaller than the small size plush, and you can attach them to your bags. So that was my Pokemon toy collection. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and please let me know about your collections, because I love seeing other people's Pokemon collections. Also, please let me know what you'd like to see most reviewed next. If you liked that video, hit the thumbs up, and if you'd like to see some of that Pokemon stuff being reviewed, then please subscribe now. Now go back and watch all my other videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!